Donald Trump, as it turns out, is just like his predecessors. Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Take Note. I'm Huang Jiyuan. And today, I'd like to start by nitpicking a recent statement by the United Nations. So, after Nicolas Maduro was evicted by the Americans, the UN issued a statement. Independently of the situation in Venezuela, these developments constitute a dangerous precedent. The Secretary General continues to emphasize the importance of full respect by all of international law, including the UN Charter. Now, that is hardly unprecedented. One of the obsessions of the United States, you can even call it a fetish, is regime change. There's a long list of well-known coups or attempts at regime changes that the US directly or indirectly sponsored. In Latin America, it did so in Brazil in 1964, Chile in 1973, Argentina in 1976. Elsewhere, there was Iran in 1953, Indonesia in 1965. The list could go on. Then we have the endless war, Iraq and Afghanistan. The US brought down indigenous leaders, tried to run the Middle East, and failed. Whatever the incentives, geopolitics, security, resource ideology, whatever, the United States has a history with trying to get rid of leaders or system it doesn't like by direct or indirect intervention. What surprised me this time with Maduro is how contrary this action is to Donald Trump's political doctrine.
I'm bringing you peace and I'm bringing our troops back home. They're all coming back.
He ran, both times, by criticizing previous administrations of getting America into all kinds of conflicts. That's one of his hallmarks, one of the most critical factors that distinguish Trump from the establishment politicians and earned him the political status he enjoys today. But listening to his press conference, he sounded exactly like them.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
It is not the role of any other country to determine Egypt's leaders. It is my belief that an orderly transition must be meaningful, it must be peaceful, and it must begin now.
Different faces, same script. People thought they got a different kind of American leader. It turns out, different leaders, different rhetoric, different justifications, the same impulse.
It's a very dangerous moment. I mean, what we're seeing is a kind of reversal of the anti-colonial movements of the late 20th century. And it reminds me of the 1970s when the U.S. had something known as Operation Condor, in which the U.S. supported a series of right-wing military dictatorships all across South America. And essentially what we've seen is that the U.S. is trying to go back to this era. It does not want Latin American countries to be independent and sovereign. It wants to make sure that every country in the region obediently follows Washington.
Remember that saying, that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely? We are seeing it played out right in front of our eyes. The world's only superpower, with no regard to international laws and norms, devastating another country for power and profit. The law of the jungle, brute force prevail. I don't like you, I hate you. That's nothing new. It led us to 2 world wars and millions of deaths, remember? Now the President of the United States is saying, it's no problem. The oil is mine and you just live with it. Or you lose your president. Really, 3 cheers for human progress. That's the lesson. That's what to note. Before, it was about security, about human rights. Today, it's drugs and oil. Who knows what tomorrow's excuse would be? But we know now with certainty that America won't change. No matter who sits in the Oval Office, as long as you don't play ball, you will be targeted. And you'd better prepare yourself, because if you are not strong enough, you might find yourself handcuffed and blindfolded.